Hey guys, this is a little bit longer of a video than I normally make, so if you want to skip the intro, I will leave a timestamp right here for you to skip straight to the food. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new, and welcome back to another What's for Dinner video. So I'm filming this intro from the car. I'm actually outside of Walmart. It's July 4th. I've got to go in and get a couple things that I'm cooking for dinner. We're not having a traditional grilling, so I'm going to be making one requested meal from the kids, and that's chicken Alfredo, and then I'm going to make Chickencacciatore. So if y'all like this type of video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if y'all have any video requests, y'all can put those in the comments below. But that is enough of me rambling. I'm going to run in Walmart and we will get right into the video.
Put up with changes. Come pick me up 'cause I just want to see the light.
Okay, so the first meal I made is these cube steaks, or as we grew up calling them, minute steak. And I'm just going to fry those in some oil, and I season them with the adobo, onion powder, and garlic powder. And I'll be making some gravy for them with this Lipton onion soup mix. This was my first time doing it that way. I normally make a homemade gravy out of the oil, but I changed it up a little bit this time, but I'll definitely be going back to my homemade gravy. And we're just going to eat these on top of this Uncle Ben's ready rice. And I'm going to cook that little container of macaroni and cheese for my boys. And now I'm just going to get the cube steak tossed in this seasoned flour. And then I'm just going to fry it up in the oil.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy.
I just followed the package directions for the rice and stuck it in the microwave for 90 seconds and then put about a tablespoon of butter in it. And now I am going to get the steaks out of the oil and get rid of the oil. I did keep the little bits on the bottom of the pan so that when I put the cup of water in it, I could scrape those off for flavor. And then I'm just going to add the packet of Lipton onion soup mix and get that mixed in really good and let it thicken. And then I'm going to pop the steaks back in it and let that cook covered for another 5 to 10 minutes.
Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest.
So now I'm just throwing our plates together. That is my son's macaroni and cheese, and I wanted a salad with mine. So I'm just going to put some of this shredded lettuce on a plate. I got this huge bag of shredded lettuce at Sam's, and I've been trying to get that used up. And then I'm just going to put some ranch dressing on it and some shredded cheese.
Wildest dreams, you'll be by my side. When the sun goes city dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You've got me soaring in the clouds. And as the ocean is surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side.
And that is it. That was our dinner on this night. It was good, like I said, but I'll definitely go back to making the homemade gravy. This just wasn't the same as I'm used to having it, so I didn't care for it as much. And now I'm going to be making a Instant Pot dish with this turkey kielbasa, an entire onion, 2 bell peppers, and then I'm going to peel, wash, and chop up these potatoes. I'm going to season that with onion powder, garlic powder, and then make a cup of chicken broth with this Knorr chicken bouillon. So now I just need to get the bell pepper, onion, sausage, and potatoes chopped up and ready to go into the Instant Pot.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love.
I'm going to put the Instant Pot on the saute function and add about a tablespoon of olive oil. And I'm just going to get the turkey kielbasa put in there. And I'm just going to cook it for a couple of minutes to get some color on it and to extract some of the flavor out of it. And then I'm going to turn that saute function off and get everything else added, seasoned, and get it started.
I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side. When the sun goes city dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You've got me soaring in the clouds. And as the
So I have the lid on now, and I'm just going to make sure that it's set to sealing and cook it on high pressure for 12 minutes.
surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time.
And I just wanted to show y'all that I'm trying to add some new fruits into my diet. And I picked up a mango, a pear, and some organic apples. And my daughter wanted to try this dragon fruit. She did like it, but she said it needed a little bit of sugar added to it. She said it wasn't really sweet, but she did love it. Okay, it's done now. It did take 5 minutes for it to release the pressure. This was really good. There are a couple of things that I would definitely do different next time. Number one, it does not need 12 minutes to cook. I would say maybe 8. And then 2, I would add some little corn on the cob pieces into here. I think that would be really good in this. Other than that, it was great. I didn't add extra salt because y'all know I don't need it. But of course, you can add any seasonings that you want to yours. I will say that it did need a little salt, but I just chose not to add it, and it was still just as good to me.
Lost track of time. I don't really care about love.
Okay, and this is actually the 4th of July. I did find these diced chicken breast pieces at Walmart. My oldest sister had sent me a picture of these last week sometime. She knows how bad I hate cutting up raw chicken. So she sent me a picture of these that they were at Walmart, and I was able to find them. So we did not grill for the 4th. It was entirely too hot. I didn't feel like it, and I just didn't want to. So the kids requested some chicken Alfredo, and then I wanted to make some Chickencacciatore for me and my sisters. So that's what I did. I made 2 different meals out of this 1 2-pound bag of chicken. What you'll need for the Chickencacciatore is the Italian seasoning mix, tomatoes and rice, of course the chicken, and then the Alfredo. You just need the chicken, whatever pasta you choose to use for yours. I've already got the water going for that, and the Alfredo sauce. So the first thing that I'm going to do is get this chicken cooking so I can get it done and separate it for the 2 meals. I do have to say that I will only be buying this chicken again if I plan on using it for something that I will be shredding the chicken for. I did have to go through when it was done and kind of break down the pieces small enough for the meals that I was making. But if I was going to be shredding it when it was done, absolutely, I would rather buy this bag. So the chicken is done. I've got it separated. I'm going to use half for the chicken Alfredo and half for the Chickencacciatore. So for this chicken, I'm just going to add in the 2 cans of tomatoes and 1 packet of the dry Italian seasoning. And I'm just going to get that mixed really well, cover it, and turn it down to low. We wasn't going to be eating for another 15 or 20 minutes, so that is plenty of time for this to come together. So I have the pack of pasta cooking, and it's just angel hair pasta, so that doesn't take but 5 to 7 minutes to cook. And I've already got the 2 bags of Success rice cooked that we'll be eating with the Chickencacciatore. So now I'm just going to get the pasta cooked, get the Alfredo sauce mixed in with it, and add the chicken, and it will all be done.
Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night skies.
I'm also serving this with a side salad. So I've got the salad mix sitting out with some croutons, shredded cheese, ranch, and olives. And I did cook 2 packets of crescent rolls to go with it. And it is done and all ready to serve. This chicken Alfredo made so much. It literally could serve 8 to 10 people. And this was my plate. I had a salad with cheese, croutons, ranch, and of course, as many olives as I could fit on it. And the Chickencacciatore served on top of the rice. I also picked up these red velvet mini cupcakes and unicorn mini cupcakes. I'm assuming that they were out of any 4th of July type of cupcakes because I didn't see any. So I just picked these up and they were really good. And the next dinner, I started these pinto beans. This is a half bag of the 1 pound little bags of pintos from Walmart. And I have seasoned them with onion powder, garlic powder, and a teaspoon of the chicken bouillon. I do not add salt to my pintos until they're done because in my experience, that keeps them hard. It doesn't allow them to soften up. So I have just mixed in all of the seasonings really well, and I'm going to get the lid on and set that to sealing, and then I'm going to cook those on high pressure for 15 minutes. And after the 15 minutes, I'm just going to put my Instant Pot slow cooker glass lid on top, and then I just let those cook on the slow cooker option overnight. Make the rest of the meal the next day. So when they were done, I did add a teaspoon of salt and get that mixed up really well. And I set the slow cooker to 12 hours just because it was going to be the next day sometime. But of course, they are fine to sit in there. It is now the next day, and I'm going to fry up these 2 huge potatoes. So I'll get those peeled, washed, and diced. And I'm going to make some little fried cornbread patties that I'm going to put some onion and corn into the mix. And then I'm going to serve that with some sliced tomato on the side.
Put up with changes. Come pick me up, cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody...
I've got my potatoes peeled, washed, and diced. I'm just starting some oil in a big skillet over medium heat, and I'm going to get those added to it when the oil is hot, and then I will get the cornbread mix ready to start the cornbread patties. I have a couple of pieces of onion here on the side for me to eat with my pintos that I'll also cover in jalapenos. And I'm dicing this onion up to add it to the cornmeal, water, and corn mixture to make my little cornbread patties. I just use a couple of spoons of the corn in the mix, and I put the rest of this can of corn up to use with the leftover pintos that I'm going to make some taco soup with. So I do not measure here, but I've got a couple of spoons of the corn, the diced onion, some cornmeal, and then I just add water until I get it to this consistency that I can fry the little patties in. If you put too much water, just add a little cornmeal. If it's too thick, just add a little more water and keep mixing. Okay, I heated up about a tablespoon of olive oil in this pan, and I'm just going to use this little 1/4 measuring cup to scoop out the patties, and I'm just going to get the cornbread started. The potatoes are frying along really good. Now I've got a couple of the patties going, and it's just like making pancakes. You just want to wait until you can start seeing the bubbles around and a little bit brown so you can flip the patties. And I'm seasoning the potatoes with some onion powder, garlic powder, this adobo all-purpose seasoning, and then a little bit of Slap Your Mama. If you do not like spice, you can just leave this out, but we do like it a little bit spicy, so I did add just a little bit.
Me up. I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. Yeah. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd.
And I have started my plate. So I have a couple of the tomatoes that I added some garlic salt to, the onion, some jalapenos, 1 piece of the cornbread, and some of the pintos. And I'm just waiting on the potatoes to crisp up. I've took the lid off and turned the heat up so I can get those to crisp up a little bit, and then it will all be done.
Let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light.
All right, it is done. This is what my plate looks like. It was obviously very, very good. You do not always have to have meat to have a good Southern home-cooked meal. And no, I do not put ketchup on my potatoes. My whole family thinks I'm insane because of that, but I just like them the way they are. And this was our dinner on this night. And then I made some spaghetti, which is very basic, very simple. I've just got my 1 pound of ground beef in the pan that I seasoned with onion powder and garlic powder. And I'm using this small jar of traditional ragu spaghetti sauce and then some angel hair pasta. And I am literally just going to cook the meat, pasta, and put all of these things together, and that will be dinner.
I'm so sick of waiting.
So I've got the meat and sauce back here simmering on low. I did, of course, drain my ground beef when it was done. Then I just added the pasta sauce to it. I set a timer for 7 minutes for the pasta because it's angel hair. It does not take long. And I'm just going to put it all together here in this bowl. That way I can serve it out of this one dish and also put any leftovers up. This is my son's plate. He just wants his with a lot of Parmesan cheese. This huge container of Parmesan cheese is actually his that he picked up from Sam's, and he started eating it on the way home. That's how much he loves it. And then I don't know why I didn't go ahead and put 4 pieces of bread on his plate, because within 30 seconds of handing him this, he needed 2 more pieces. That is going to wrap up this week's What's for Dinner video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see y'all in the next one.